never stop at one. I'll take you all on.
At least I'll have the satisfaction of destroying you, Optimus Prime.
You can't remember my name.
The weak shall perish?
Do not believe everything you read.
Hello everybody, Cyberverse Prime here. Yes, I'm still feeling under the weather, unfortunately. But anyway, here we are with probably my most anticipated Dark of the Moon toy review. And this guy has a story. So, as you can see, this is Transformers, Dark of the Moon, Voyager, Shockwave. And this was a figure people went nuts over. It was the first Shockwave, I believe, since, I want to say G1. I could be wrong on that. I mean, unless you count Shock Blast from, was it Cybertron or Energon? I can't remember. It's one of those two. But no, I'm wrong. This isn't the first Shockwave to appear on store shelves. This was that was animated Shockwave. I'm sorry. This was the first movie Shockwave that we have ever gotten because people thought we were going to get the game design. We never got it, and we got this. And this is a fun figure, a very, very, very fun figure. And you know there are some nitpicks about it, but you know this is a 2011 figure. Anyway, the story I wanted to tell you guys. I remember for the longest time, I wasn't looking for this guy, actually. It was, I want to say, it was about Christmas time. I think it was Christmas time 2011. I can't fully remember. Maybe it was summer of 2011. Maybe it was fall 20. I think it was fall 2011. And I remember I was heavily looking for Dark of the Moon Mudflap. I was a kid then, so don't come at me. But yes, I was repeatedly trying to find Mudflap because back in the day, it drove me nuts to not have, it drove me nuts to have one twin, not the other, and it still does. When you have one twin and you don't have the other, it's kind of annoying. But I remember I was looking for Mudflap almost every time I went to a store. I was looking for him repeatedly. And I remember one day I went to my local Target. I was disappointed, couldn't find Mudflap. And then I just decided to say, you know what, let me look through the Voyagers. And there he was. I think 3 Optimus Primes and 1 Ironhide were in front of him, and there he was. I snatched him up because I honestly thought this guy was cool looking, and he is a cool looking figure. And I just remember, Optimus going after Shockwave and all that. So this guy was my very first Shockwave, and he will forever remain in my collection. This figure holds too much sentimental value to me, and I don't think I could give it up. But then again, I don't know. I do like the Zakara version, but I think I'm growing on this one a lot more, especially after messing with it after so many years. Oh, man. Sorry for the long story, but eventually I did get Mudflap, and my mom gave him for me as a early... my mom did give me Mudflap as an early Christmas present in 2011. And that's when I got the really good shit. I mean, at least I thought. I got this guy in 2011 Christmas, and I got Leader Ironhide, Leader Sentinel. That 2011 was a good Christmas for me. I remember that one. I remember that Christmas. That was a very good Christmas. And then 2012 was actually a good one, too. A lot of Transformers Prime stuff. But nonetheless, to transform Shockwave, he does roll, but not on this surface because it's a presswood desk that I got off Amazon for like less than $100. So anyway, to transform him, you want to lift the arms up and you want to undo this hose. Usually some people remove it. I leave it on because to me it doesn't bother me. So anyway, you lift up his arms, rotate them to where the purple is revealed on the shoulder, and then just kind of get it out of the way. Rotate it, get it out of the way. Then what you want to do is take these halves right here and split them. This part becomes his shoulder, this part becomes his legs, and basically he just explodes. So you get his stuff out of the way, fold that down, fold this down, rotate that to where you see the metallic purple, rotate it the thigh until you see the metallic purple, shift it down, come here and fold down his foot. That's a killer foot. And then come back to this little peg here and rotate it. That will become Shockwave's heel. And then take this metallic lavender piece and flip it up. That becomes Shockwave's knee. Same thing over here. Fold down the foot. Come on. Fold down the foot. Fold down the heel. And then flip the knee up. All right. Whew. Let me raise the camera up. Sorry. Excuse me. I got the flu currently at the time of this recording. So you want to fold down the chest piece like I just did, and then rotate these pieces in. This part is slightly broken. That's just due to me transforming this guy like several times, because this was my favorite Dark and the Moon figure when I first got him. So what you do is collapse the chest into those MechTech ports. Then, whoa, almost took a dive there, Shockwave. Don't do that, buddy. You're 15 years old now. Well, about to be 15 years old. I can't remember what month this dude was released. My memory doesn't go back that far, but I remember what I had for lunch yesterday. Wait a minute. No, I don't. Shit. Wait a minute. Yeah, I do. Nothing. I didn't have lunch. Anyway, so this part here is kind of complex, but simple enough. You fold these pieces in. Then you take the head, or not. Oh, wait. You rotate this section here. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Then you raise this up and tab it. This tab, shit, not sure if you can see that there's a slot on the ribs of his chest, and there's a tab right here that's behind his head. So you want to line that up and tab it in. Next, what you want to do is make sure this hose is, not the hose, the port for the hose is right here on his back. Then you're going to take this section and fold it down. Then you're going to, wait a minute, no, I'm dumb. You got to rotate this down, sorry. You want to make sure the port is right here below the wheel. Then you take this section, and on this part here, there are some little, oh shit, you can't even see. There's some little grooves, and there's some tabs on the silver parts. And you're going to tab those in. And then, shit, come on. You're going to take the hose here, and you're going to line up that peg into that port, and shit. What I do is I untab this back and then just plug the hose into the port, then just tab him back in, or just leave him on his back. This dude's so freaking old, it's ridiculous. This dude's all rickety and shit. So I apologize if I'm moving the figure a lot. It's just due to age. It's a very, very old figure. 15 years, man, 15 years. And then, of course, once you're done with all of that, you come to the front of the figure, good lord, and you rotate his head forward, or you just swivel his head to the front, and there is Shockwave in his robot mode. And I can't lie, this is such a cool, badass figure. I was really wondering. Oh shit! You unfold his hand. Sorry about that. You know, when I first saw this guy, I was very impressed, and when I got him, I absolutely loved him. He was my first Shockwave ever, and over the years, I've really grown attached to this Shockwave. Then I saw the Studio Series 1, and I thought, my God, that is a beautiful figure. And, you know, I really was tempted to sell this one, but then I thought about it and I was like, no, I can't get rid of this Shockwave because no matter how good the Studio Series 1 is, I don't want to get rid of this one. And personally, the only thing that I like about this guy, well, actually, no. The reasoning why I kept this guy, sorry, the tab here kind of undid itself. The main reasoning why I kept this guy is because when I found out that mainly this, and down here were rubber, I was absolutely pissed. I understand it was for safety reasons, and I'll get into it more when I do the review of the figure, but the only thing that should have been rubber on the Studio Series 1 is the hose. Or bendy wire. Shit, that would have been better. I just do not care for rubber on my toys, because when Age of Extinction came around, all the Dinobots pretty much, and Crosshairs, and so some figures just had rubber all over them, and I'm just like, no, this isn't Transformers for me. And when I got the Studio Series Shockwave, I instantly was like, really? I'm paying like $50 for this thing, and I got this for like $22 back in 2011, and he has literally no rubber on him except for the hose. And I don't know. So, in a way, this guy really beat the Studio Series in terms of the rubber parts for me. But the thing that I did like on the Studio Series 1 is how accurate it was and how articulated it was. Speaking of articulation, let's get into that now. I'm not going to use the right arm. I'm going to use the left arm for posability purposes. So he has a swivel here at the head, no ball joint or nothing. He's got mushroom pegged, no, I think, yeah, that's a mushroom peg. Shoulder, mushroom peg biceps, a single jointed elbow, no wrist swivel, but the wrists do move up and down, which really isn't shit. And then for the hips, they are really squeaky, soft ratchets. And he can go that far, you know, out. He can go that far forward. And then he can't go back very good, which is really weird. Oh, that's due to the tab right there on his, yeah, that's due to the tab for transformation. So if you want your Shockwave to kick, oh, he can kick all right. Now, the MechTech weapon is actually built into his arm, which is freaking awesome. And the cool part is, it doesn't turn into a stupid, it doesn't turn into something stupid. It actually makes the gun bigger. And to me, this was kick-ass. I really like this. But I leave it like this. So, yep. He's got big gun, bigger gun, regular gun. So, I just... this MechTech weapon was, so far, everyone pretty much said the best. And then here he is with Megatron for a size comparison, which is really cool. It sucks these two never shared screen time in the movie whatsoever. They never shared screen time. So there he is with Megs. Here he is with Optimus. And that's about right. I mean, Shockwave was a pretty broad dude in the movie, and Optimus was pretty skinny compared to him. And honestly, these two have pretty cool mech tech weapons. It's a shame that this guy wasn't exclusive, though, to Japan. But yep, that's going to about wrap it up for me, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video review of Dark in the Moon Shockwave. This is the original figure. Yeah, this is the original figure. This is not like the movie The Best One or the, was it Walmart or Toys R Us exclusive 3-pack version where they basically inverted his colors. I can't remember. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for your feedback and, questions and support. I really appreciate you guys. Keep up with the comments, the good vibes, and I'm going to keep delivering you guys some figures. I will admit, if I don't post anything, not at the time of this recording, this should be released on Valentine's Day. If I don't post anything the week after Valentine's, it's because I'm either really, really sick, I'm hoping I'm better by then, or I'm really, really busy. So I really do apologize if there's any gaps in between video reviews. Life just gets in the way sometimes. But I am doing my best to pre-record these videos and upload them for you guys to watch. I'm still not done with Dark of the Moon. I'm going to keep doing old movie toy reviews for quite a while now. I'm hoping to do Studio Series Dark of the Moon stuff soon. But I want to get through all of the original stuff before I get to Studio Series, because there's only a little bit in Studio Series. There's not a whole lot like in the original toy lines. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.